So we recently shipped a big box of fish to master breeder Dean.
Now let's see what we got here. Oh, that is so cool.
We've got this very specialized way of shipping fish, which is different from most people.
So every fish is in a bag by itself?
So we're going to show you how we pack fish for shipping here in our warehouse in Sheridan, Wyoming, and then I'm going to fly to Seattle, Washington, where Dean is, go to Dean's fish room and unbox the fish there with him so you can see the results.
I have no idea where I'm going to put all these.
So let's start by showing you how we pack fish here in Sheridan, Wyoming. So the first thing we do is we print the name of the fish on the bag that it's going to be shipped in. So you as a customer know what you're getting. There's no question. And on this label, we also know the tank the fish was pulled from and other information that lets us track the history of this fish so that if you have a problem with the fish, we can track it to the exact tank and know how to take care of the problem. So getting accurate labels on all the bags that we ship out is a priority for us. The next thing we do is we fill the bags with clean shipping water. This is water that has been gassed off and aged. It has some salt in it, 5 parts per thousand, to help with osmotic stress during shipping. And it has a little C-Chem prime in it to help with any ammonia, to detoxify any ammonia that the fish might incidentally produce while they're in shipping. Then we go and we select the fish we're going to send to the customer. We take some real time with this. We literally hand pick each fish. We're taking the time to check their eyes, check their fins, take a close look at them, and only get healthy ones. Our whole entire mission is to select healthy fish for the customer. So these are the Corridors Equus that we are sending to Dean. The fish are then put on a shelf and they just sit on the shelf overnight. The reason we do that is we want to give them time to void their bowels so they don't poop in the bag during shipping and make this toxic mess. The next day, we examine the fish and see if it's in good shape. If it is, we do what we call washing the fish. So we're going to do 100% water change in this bag, get out the old water that has some poop in it, now that they've voided their bowels, and fill with clean, fresh water for the trip. So if you notice how we do that, the fish is not jostled very much. It's not put in a net. It's not out of water for more than a fraction of a second. And that right there is a clean bag with clean water, with a clean fish, ready to go to the customer. Once the fish has been washed, then we put them in this machine. We call this machine Karen because she has an attitude. And this machine will automatically seal the bag while filling it with pure oxygen. Pure oxygen we find helps our survival rate when shipping to our customers. We then take those bags, double bag them, and pack them into a box like this. And what we want when we pack a box is for it to be nice and snug. We don't want any spare room in there that the fish could be tossed around in. We then took Dean's box, put it on a scale to process postage. We send all of our fish via UPS next day air service, so they're not in transit very long. And while we were getting Dean's fish ready to go, this happened. Look at this, major hailstorm. Hail the size of a quarter or bigger. Lots of cars got lots of dents this day. But that's Wyoming life for you. The weather keeps you guessing. And there was so much hail that it created these like rafts of ice that floated down the river, which was something I'd never seen before. All right, so once the hail passed, we got back to work and got Dean's box and sent it out the door to go to Seattle. So I'm gonna fly to Seattle now and I'll meet you there in Dean's fish room. Okay, so we're here at Dean's. The fish have made it. So this is the most nerve-wracking bit for me because we're going to open these on camera and we're just going to show you how everything arrived. So I'm going to let Dean take it away here.
This is going to be like good or bad, right?
Yeah, we have not opened this.
But if we look at the box, no water, doesn't feel cold, and it feels solid.
Nothing's shaking around.
Nothing's shaking around. I mean, you can feel a little bit of water in there, obviously, but that's it. So I would say, it's packed well. Try not to cut my fingers here.
Do you have a thermometer? I'm just curious.
I do have a thermometer, and it is a 3-second one. Check this out. And I don't officially know everything that's in here, do I? Oh, check this out.
I think you do. I just don't know if you remember.
I don't remember. So you're an acclimator.
I'm a float, and once they're the same temperature, let them loose.
I'm that way too. I have done plop and drop, but I'm much more. I acclimate.
I've tried the drip thing. That didn't quite do it for me.
Check this out.
All right, is everyone moving?
Well, we haven't picked up every bag yet, but
Yeah, it's nice and tight in there, right?
Yeah, this is really nice.
And what we do if the box isn't full is we put
Empty
bags
ones?
like this in without fish to take the empty space, so they don't jostle around, and that way they get a nice thermal sink in
So
there.
every fish is in a bag by itself.
Always.
Cool. Want to know the approximate temperature down here? We'll just squeeze a couple of these together.
It was hot in Wyoming.
It's a little bit cooler here.
Here it's been 50s and 60s, but it was hot enough there I couldn't put a heat pack in. So I think I made the right call. I'm guessing we're right around 70 degrees, give or take a tiny bit. That's my guess.
Okay, bring that camera over here. Wait. How do I get this back on? You're guessing 70 degrees.
I'm guessing 70 I almost want to say 71 to 72 is what I think. Hey! Oh my gosh!
That's really
Yep.
close.
Been doing this a while.
They don't feel bad at all. I mean, fish are all open. They're all alive. Now let's see what we got here. Oh, that is so cool. Every bag has a label on it.
We got a machine that prints on plastic bags because
That's
we used to
really
do
cool.
paper labels, and we were spending 12 hours or more a week just putting labels on bags.
So are these double bagged also?
Yes.
And it's like a 4 mil bag, it feels like.
Yeah, there's 8 mils in there. No spines are going through that.
That's pretty cool. And is there a bit of carbon in with the catfish?
Uh-huh.
Right? Okay. Have no idea where I'm going to put all these.
On the top of a tank somewhere.
I do have lots of empty tanks. I made room, lots of empty tanks yesterday. So these are Corydorus equus. I think these are the ones that have the super blue on them on this website.
And a nice orange.
And really good orange, yeah.
It's like an orange Venezuelan if the base color was blue instead of black. It's
Right.
almost like that.
Later, when we're having dinner, remind me to tell you about the Corydorus Weitzmanni collecting in Peru.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. We're still on the Corydorus field.
Weitzmanni, if I remember right, was one that was a ghost for a long time. They couldn't figure out where it
Yes.
was.
Well, truth be told, that and there's another one starts with Kinnikinnicks or something like that.
I can't say it, but I know
You
what
can't-
you're
you know what I'm
saying.
talking
I know
about?
what you're trying to say.
They killed the river,
Oh, yeah.
gold mining, and so they found these other Weitzmanni. We got some. That was my very first Instagram post. My very first Instagram post was not a catfish. It was a wolffish that I caught trying to catch Weitzmanni. Okay, so these are all equus.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll drop them in here maybe. Oh, the whiptails. Now this is something I wanted. So, red lizard whiptails, look at these cute little guys. Can you get that? You want some white behind there? These are really cute.
They've probably put on 25% more size since we've got them, so I know they're doing good. They've grown well for us.
So I have not, this is a fish I have not bred.
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
I think this will be one that'll pop out lots for you. I don't think they're difficult.
Whiptails. They're gonna like some wood. Maybe here. I don't know this fish. Oh, this is the Nisonai. I know where these can go. So you said there's gonna be three.
3 females and a male. We were trying to get you 2 pairs, but we didn't have another male.
That's cool.
Once we dug in. But he'll be very happy.
The females are awesome colored though, right?
Bright yellow and black.
Right.
Like a Panduro female, basically.
Nisonai. But here's the weird thing. I bred these in the 80s. The Nisonai.
Uh-huh.
There was a guy in San Francisco, Kurt Zadnik, was like his, I think that was his name.
Before my time.
Anyway, he had brought them in from South America and bred them. And I got some babies from him. And then I spawned them like crazy. And then all of a sudden I lost all of them. That happens, you know.
Have you had them since?
No, but they sell the Panduro, and I don't like the Panduro. I like the Nisonai.
Isn't it funny
Mark's
how
had 'em.
it's funny how fish from our past come back to us?
Yeah.
Like I do the same thing. Like fish I had earlier on. If I see them again, and I haven't had them in a long time, I get nostalgic.
Right. Well, we'll be doing another video in the fish room, right? Okay. And bring that subject back up again, because my fish room has changed a lot this last year. This is, let's go back to this. Red pencilfish.
From Cenepa, Rio Cenepa.
So that's Peru, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. And it's gonna look like a spawning salmon.
Yes.
It's like bright red with a distinct black border on the top.
So I have seen these in the wholesalers' tanks down there. And they, I think they make a little bit of a mistake, but I don't think they're doing it anymore because they've become popular now. They used to just segregate them by the most colorful, were most expensive, but then you're not getting maybe both
No
sexes.
females.
Right.
We think we got you 2 pairs. We're trying to because, again,
I'm gonna go here.
we want the master breeder breeding. So. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
one you were telling me.
Uh-huh.
Okay. He's like. Now, I've never seen this fish. Come on, come up here.
Epistogramma pieroa. We hadn't seen it either. This came in as a contaminant.
Look at the
We got
fins.
wild ones as contaminants.
Come on, buddy.
Johnny took them and bred them, and these are the F1s. So
Which-
the only reason we have
there we go.
these is because they mistakenly had some bycatch.
They look like a veil tail episto.
Dude, the tails on the fins on those are crazy, and I don't think it's one you can purposely order. I've never seen it like
I've never heard of it.
available on a
Never heard of it.
list. It's just
And there's a pair of them, right?
I think there's one pair. Yeah.
One pair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're gonna go up there.
So we just accidentally got them. We got lucky.
That happens. I forgot where the whiptails are going. Right
over
here.
Yeah.
So I've talked about these whiptails a lot, and I've never kept them, and I don't know why, because they're such a cool little fish.
You're totally gonna breed them. Like they're one that people have
Nice.
success with.
Nisonai.
So that's all the Nisonai.
Red pencilfish. Let's move over here. And another red pencilfish. Nothing looks harmed, sick, dying. They all look amazing. So, how long have these been held for?
So we
At least a month?
Oh, before we sell them?
Yeah.
So we hold everything at least 2 weeks before we sell it. But
Okay.
I know those red pencils we've had for at least 4 weeks because we've put size on them.
Okay.
The Cenepas we've had for at least 4 weeks.
Right?
The Nisonai, I don't remember.
They've been around for a while. on the
Yeah,
site.
I can't tell you exactly. And then the other ones Johnny actually bred and raised. So,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is Johnny one of your employees?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Johnny's customer service.
Empty box. Everything is alive. So here's my protocol. I'm just going to float these for maybe 20 minutes, and then I'm going to dump the water out and release them.
So it's Friday today.
Yes.
I'll be back Sunday.
Right.
And we'll show everyone how they're
How
doing.
they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds good.
Can we look at how the fish are doing that came Friday?
Yes,
It is now Sunday.
Right.
And have you noticed any struggles, any losses?
No, no losses. If you look at these from a distance, you're going to see them out.
These are the Nisanai. Already labeled. Look at you go.
So they're out and happy. They're ready for food probably this morning.
Have they been eating okay for you?
So far, I don't see any scraps on the floor.
Oh, cool.
The whiptails have taken to the wood mostly. There's one out here, but I noticed they came out for some flake food and baby brine shrimp I threw in there also.
Yeah, I think they might be a little more diurnal than your average loricarid because either that or they're just very food motivated.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once they settle in, when I put food in back at the warehouse, I notice they come right out.
Right. Right.
And this is the one species I thought we might have an issue with because when I unbagged one,
Right.
it did like 3 corkscrews before it righted itself.
Right.
And so I'm thinking it was just a little disoriented.
That's
but sometimes when that happens, I'm worried that
you're gonna lose it maybe.
that it's
Yeah.
a bigger problem. But so far,
But I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even remember how many there's. 6,
I think
7.
6.
So they're all in there.
It might have been 8 actually. I can't remember.
And then the
Oh,
you don't see any scraps of food left in there.
no, for sure. And I mean, they're obviously actively hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at labels already. You're so organized. That's impressive, especially with the busy weekend we've had. This is one I'm so excited to give you.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to find good quality ones.
Right, and these are nice. These are nice.
And if we could get them bred and distributed, that would be
I mean,
fantastic.
the things that I look for is the barbels are all there. We can contrast that with if the albinos come out, the albino sturbays, no barbels.
So either infection or injury.
Or yeah, probably some bacteria that ate them. I have a theory when they're this size, if you feed them microworms, you may lose the barbels.
Oh, really? Have you seen that?
I've experienced it, but
So
there's
he's talking
these are baby sturbays.
less than 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Little fry in there.
My theory is this, and I have no proof of this that I can prove, but
I have a lot of those theories myself.
okay, so vinegar eels swim, and they're almost always in the meniscus of the water. That's the little curve at the top, right?
They're attracted to the light.
Brine shrimp swim. Microworms wiggle and sink, and they're a worm, and they're still seeking food, even if you dump them in the water. They're not drowning immediately. They will live all day in there, or sometimes longer. And I feel like the catfish that are eating on the bottom, their barbels might get a worm bite. And so I've ended up with whole batches of catfish after feeding microworms with no barbels.
So what we'd need to do,
The only way to do that is to do a side by
an
side.
A/B test, yeah.
Yeah, and-
Feed one, same conditions, same batch, half the batch microworms, half the batch something else, and see.
And other guys will swear by them. So maybe it's just the way I'm raising them, you know. A lot of people will raise baby catfish on gravel, and in that case, the microworms would go in and then probably decay. But anyway,
But either way, these have
that's
all
why
their barbels.
that's why I don't use microworms. Those and these
Yes,
he was
they
just
colored
flashing.
in.
He was just flashing at her.
Oh, these. So this is a very, I think, rare pisto. I'm not some deep dyed-in-the-wool pisto nerd might be like, that's nothing, but I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
Pistogramma pieroa. These are F1s that Johnny bred and raised. They came in as contaminants. It's the
Really?
reason we
Wow.
got them. We missed it, but when he flashes and raises all his fins up,
We'll keep our eyes out.
I'll come back for some B-roll if I can. Oh, he's interested. Hang on.
Yeah,
This might be the B-roll moment.
it might be. Come on, buddy. I do have a little bit of CO2 in that tank, and I'm gonna add some catappa leaves.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then they've got the little cave in there.
Yeah, I've got them. I've got the leaves soaking already.
Yeah, that's one that... Niece and I, that'd be awesome if you could breed.
Yeah.
But we can get more of those. I don't know if I can get more.
You never know. Right. Exactly. Right.
I'm real excited about those. And then the pencil fish.
The pencil fish are awesome, and they're like super active already.
Yeah, let me get in there. I'm gonna show people how these look. Yeah, the red's starting to come in already. It's been 2 days.
Yeah, not even, well, yeah, about a day and a half.
Yeah.
But look at, they're coming right up to the front for you.
Like, feed me. Look at those.
Look at that. Is that cool?
Oh man, these in the Rio Mayas, they are something special.
Yeah.
Just fantastic fish. Cool. So far, no losses.
No losses. They're all eating.
Acting normal.
Acting normal.
Cool.
Be breeding in a week or two. Except for
I hope so.
These might be 3 weeks.
She was flirting with.
I know. I already
bit.
saw that. I saw that.
So you know, I'm hoping before I leave.
I think some Indian almond leaves give them a little bit more cover, and a couple good feedings.
Some tannins in there.
And she'll be just as orange as this.
Right.
And ready to.
So this is a cockatoides?
Yeah, these are the orange flash ones.
Oh, okay. Like the one in your office tank. And are these your breeding group or?
These are fry from those in there.
From the office?
Yeah. Well, I took the eggs away, so. But these are breeding size already. These will be like the next generation.
Oh yeah, those could have bred an inch ago.
Yeah, easily. I find that with Apistos, it's better to breed them smaller and get 2 or 3 spawns and then let them grow out.
Is it fertility rates?
I just think that from what I've seen in Peru collecting, I feel like a lot of Apistos are kind of like Achilles annuals.
Because you're finding them in like these little swampy areas off the side of the
that
stream.
are drying up and they're going to be dead in several months or during the dry season, or they will dry up into little mud puddles and all that's left is maybe some fry that are growing. I specifically remember one time taking the dip net and literally I thought I was in 6 inches of water and it went down about 2 feet into
the leaf
leaves.
litter was so deep, yeah.
Pull it up and then you start pulling one leaf out at a time, finding red Apisto eggs on the leaves.
Oh, wow.
And
so that's their cave.
That's their
They're
cave
spawning
in
curled up
between the
leaf.
leaves or curled, yeah.
Oh, I see. There's so many layers.
There's so many layers that they go down there. And then as that water dries, it might end up just being a mud puddle. And then the rainy season comes and those eggs are hatching and then there's next generation. So I don't think all of them are like that, but I think there is potential that some Apistos
they find themselves in conditions where they have to deal with it.
Where it's an annual thing. Yeah.
Like, oops, we didn't get back to the mainstream.
Yeah. Look at how active those are.
Yeah.
That's like, how often, okay, guys, how often do you get fish that are swimming like this the next day? That are, coloring up like that or like these. You don't hardly often ever get fish like that. Sometimes it can be a week, and sometimes they didn't make it out of the bag, unfortunately.
So that is how we do it here at Dan's Fish. That's how we prepare the fish for shipping. That's how we ship them. And that's what it looks like on the other side when the customer receives the fish. Dean has an amazing fish room. He has a whole bunch of fish he's breeding and working with. And stay tuned because we're going to take another video for you with Dean explaining his breeding projects, letting us in on his secrets of how he breeds and raises the fish, and just going in depth with him and sucking all the information out of his mind that we can because he's a font of knowledge, an amazing, amazing guy. If you want more fish stuff, we do a live stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time here at the Dan's Fish channel on YouTube. Hope to see you there. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.